Hello everyone and welcome to another I Picked My Butt video. Yep, we're playing more Link. We're going to be playing Azure Dam on Brutal, no advisors, and we're going to be doing this with the Civil Servant today. We will still be making other videos with the other governors for Azure Dam, but if you want this played on normal so you guys can see how it's done in that, post down in the comments because I'm probably just going to be doing these on Brutal otherwise. So you see the new map here. We're going to start off with Delta Romeo. Seems like a good spot for me. I personally like it because it has both highway and main roads. Yeah, you guys have converted me over. That's a new thing I like to do, and it does seem to be working out. I like watching the troops move through faster. So if you haven't played this level yet, we need to rebuild the dam. And the way it gets rebuilt is there's going to be convoys that come across the map over on the far left and the top left. Now, the insurgents will kind of beat up on these guys, and the only way to get the convoys actually rolling is we need to do the dam construction initiative. I'm not saying like you kids and your dam construction. No, the actual dam, we need to do the construction initiative. Right there, you see it lit up. So when the convoys come out, they're going to take the same path every single time. We want to memorize this path because that's where we're going to really focus our troops on to protect them as they're going through. If insurgents get to them, they are going to start attacking them. And what we'll have to do if we want to keep those convoys, you'll be forced to spend money to keep them from striking. Otherwise, you'll have to choose the option of go without convoys for 7 months, 10 months, 12 months, whatever the selection is. Now, a couple of key things we want to focus on, and I think this might have changed slightly with this most recent update. We do want to stabilize that first zone. And where we used to just be able to stabilize the first and we wouldn't have to worry about the reputation falling quickly, the gameplay does feel like our support level, if it is getting low, that we're going to start losing reputation pretty fast. So something that seems different to me. It's been a little bit since I played this. I do want to thank everybody that shouted out to me and said, hey, Pick, the game's out, the update, play it. There was a ton of you, and I wanted to just kind of reach out and say thanks for, giving me the update on it. So you see the convoys here. They do move pretty quick for the most part. If they are in an area where there is insurgents, you'll just watch them bog right down. So keep that in mind. But if we don't pay attention to this dam, if you're not picking this initiative right away, if the dam loses all the points, it's going to break, it's going to flood everybody, and guess what? Game over. So definitely something you want to keep an eye out for. Another big thing is corruption really seems to take over quickly on this, so make sure you're getting your anti-corruptions in, and obviously going over the civilian tab, try to do a bunch of those little $2, $3 initiatives, water supply, school regeneration. Those are going to be some of the big things. Now, I do like to get this dam initiative out right away because that also gives us a chance to build up some points on it. So if they do start attacking them, we're not going to flood the dam, kill everybody drowns, and then it's game over. But take a look, we have a lot of zones that we barely have any intel on at all. So you can do a couple of things. We're just going to hit PR here real quick to get a boost on that support because we need that. But we could do one of two things. You could do either regional consensus. I believe that's the second eyeball one there, underneath district representatives. Or we can do the one for the drone, which is going to kind of spot the areas where the insurgents actually are. Now, I am going to choose drone because I really want to focus more on where those insurgents are. And you can already see I'm putting my troops right where they're attacking. Look how much they slow down up there at the top. So what I'm going to try to do is I really want to focus on one or the other. Yeah, we don't want our convoys to get attacked at all. But look how free and clear it is down at the bottom. That's going to be enough to keep me out of trouble. I think I'm going to really try to make sure that those guys are surviving because I think we're going to get a little overwhelmed at the top. Now, we will bring a second troop in here. And once again, just a little refresher. If you're going to put your troop in there to support another troop, make sure it's not in a great area because then you won't get that little support line. But first things, I want to make sure we get them out of the area of the dam. I do not want them kind of hanging out there because that just means any troop that comes through, or any convoy, I should say, is just going to get mauled by those insurgents. Nobody likes insurgents, so let's just get them away from home as far as possible. So we did just choose accept strikes. We're not going to get convoys for a little bit. We also just killed rebel base. So a couple of things. Don't waste all your money on trying to, keep those convoys going. Unless, it's desperate. If you're in single digits for the dam, then I would say do it. But we're just going to kind of do this the slow pacey way. It's a marathon. It's not a race. We still want to nail those insurgent rebel bases. We need to get rid of them. Try to find those right away. You can determine where those are based by the red diamonds are going to show that they're larger in areas where it's close to. And in Brutal, we usually have 2 spots where they're going to start off. There's our other one right there. So let's get that out of the way. Good news for all you guys that love airstrikes. We did do some airstrikes in this video. So if you have seen my other videos, you know this is a rare occasion. So I hope you guys enjoy the fact that I purchased it. And it worked out actually pretty good. You can see the insurgents are kind of hanging out all the way along the outside upper edge there, right along the road. And if we do get them under control, what we can do is kind of leave our troops spaced. One zone, skip a zone, and then another zone. That way, if we need to, we can just kind of have them either go left or right, and it's not really a lot of travel time. It can kind of take over. And one other little observation, or I might be going crazy, it seems like our coalition troops are moving a little bit slower than they did in the previous update. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Does it seem like they're a little bit slower, or does it just seem normal? I don't know, maybe it's just me. But we're going to pump on our coalition troop here because we need to get it onto that city. The last thing we want is these insurgents to take over high population areas, because that usually means like 5, 6, 7, or even 10, 12, whatever. We're going to lose a ton of reputation if they take it over, especially if they take it over, we gain it, and then they take it over again. All things to watch out for. But as soon as we get enough money, we will pop some garrisons out there. That's going to be a huge help for us. But we're also going to go through and do some of the security bonuses down there, the shields and bomb, local police recruitment. I'm trying to think what the other one is. Local arms. I can't really remember. It's been too long. But don't worry, guys. I will refresh my brain with Rebel Link terms. I'm not going to go back and open up the game and so on. You know, the ones with the shields. Those are going to be huge for when we do have to worry about moving our troops around. The green areas we have, we'll get those initiatives going, and then we don't really have to worry about the insurgents taking over the right way. Yes, we may still need to get our troops into that area, but with that local police recruitment, it is going to make life a little bit easier and buy us some time. So a little refresher here in case you guys were getting caught up in my rambling. We want to focus on stabilizing that dam. We need to pump out those convoys right away. So dam initiative right away. We need to stabilize our zones, and we do want to get a couple of them, get that support level up. We do want to get our troops out there along the main road and the highway. That way those convoys don't get disturbed. If we see an area where they're getting disturbed, we need to move a troop over there right way to get those insurgents from attacking them and destroying them, because we don't want them to go on strike. If they do go on strike, we want to make sure that we can skip on some of them at first. We don't want to spend the money. We want to use that money to focus on stabilizing our region, unless we're really low on dam points. If that's the case, you might want to just kind of refresh yourself and so on. And then, of course, we want to keep our corruption down. Invest in that. I wouldn't let it get anywhere above 50%. It just gets chaotic. And then we do want to get the security bonus. Other than that, this is it, guys. We're just kind of keeping them contained. So something that I used to do all the time, I would try to push these insurgents into the corner and just smother them right away. And a tip that I had picked up on the Rebel Inc. Reddit page is people find that when you smother them in the corner and say it's the last one, well, they're just going to pop up somewhere else. So for example, if I want to, I'm going to just contain them in these mountains. We still want to get rid of the rebel bases. So if you want to use the drones, you want to use airstrikes. Yeah, look at that. Picks recommending airstrikes. It's crazy, I know. But that's a way that we can kind of keep these guys contained, and that's going to be a huge help. Now, when the time does come and we have the chance of doing some sort of subtle pressure, spending money to keep the insurgents down, that's when you want to get into the foreign relations. It does seem like foreign relations is actually speeding up a lot faster. We used to say, oh, the notification popped up, I'm going to spend $11, and then it goes up like 1% or 2%. It seems like it's going up more like 5 or 7%, and I find that it's much more valuable to get. So hang on to that little extra cash. When you see that, buy the foreign relations right away when you see it, and then wait till you don't have a chance, and then select the subtle pressure. So you see here, we got a couple of rebel bases coming up, and I think this is a point where I'm going to start struggling a little bit on getting that, and we're going to use the airstrike to wipe things out. There it is right there. This is where we're going to go in, spend the foreign relations. I guess I spoke a little bit too early, but yeah, we all know what's going on right now. So really, guys, this is kind of easy peasy. I'm not having too much of a hard time. Now, you guys may watch this. I had somebody comment earlier of, you know, this looks a lot easier. I think they made the game a lot harder. I don't really agree with that. I think this is one of those things where this was not my first try playing it. Now, I don't want to brag. Yeah, I've beaten some on first try. Boo-hoo, waha. They weren't 5 stars. But this is an RNG style game, so there is going to be some scenarios where you start it and it's just a crappy situation for you. So this did take me about 5 times. There is some videos out there that, yeah, it took me 20, 30 times to beat them when I first started out. Now I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. You kind of learn how to play it. You learn what to do in the right moments. But if something looks easy to us, I just probably got lucky on the RNG. So I don't by any chance ever consider myself an expert at this game. I actually think that I'm terrible at all video games. I would actually say for all the video game players out there, I'm just a little bit above that 50% mark. But that's okay. Just imagine you guys are watching the underdog right now. You're just saying, man, this guy's terrible at this game, but can he beat it? I want to watch him win. So have that mentality when you're watching my videos. And this video is a little bit longer than it really needs to be. I did not go for the peace treaty, and I really wanted to get a high score, so I think I got 5 stars at like 16, 15,000, whatever. So the last 5 minutes of this is going to be double speed on it just to try to cut down on the time just a touch. But what I want from you guys is, just like I was saying before, post in the comments below what some of the changes you have seen of what the game used to be to what it is now. Like I was saying about the coalition troops moving a little slower. What's the little details that seem different to you? But also, what do you think of the new governor? And what do you think of this new map? And obviously, which is your favorite governor? What is your favorite map? And if you had to pick Azure Dam, which governor would you use to play it? I don't know. Just give me something about Rebel Inc. We might as well just chat about it, right? So other than that, guys, appreciate you watching. Enjoy this video. Thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll be bringing you more Rebel Inc videos. Other than that, though, remember, I pick my butt.